The altcoin market has just experienced a major capitulation event. Most altcoins in the top 100 are down 20, 25, or even 30% in the last 24 hours. This reminds me a lot of when I was buying cryptos during the FTX crash, when many coins were down 20, 30, 40% on the day. Very similar, but obviously also quite different in terms of the cyclical context. That was at the very bottom of the bear market. This is now in the bull market, arguably. So for me, this presents a massive opportunity to stack altcoins on a discount for when they all start coming back up again. Now, I'm going to, in this video, talk about the reasons as to why we've seen this crash. Okay. And then I'm going to get into where I think we're going forward. Is this the end of the bull market? Is altcoin season dead? There's a lot of things that we need to discuss here. So stay tuned, leave a like if you're interested, and we'll get straight into it. So the reason for this major crash all comes down to the tariffs imposed on many countries from Trump. This includes Mexico, Canada, and China. And, you know, the US dollar index has risen. Okay, the DXY has gone up. And, you know, the dollar is looking very strong right now. What happens when the dollar goes strong? Well, obviously, Bitcoin and high-risk assets come down. And we've seen this correlation time and time again, the inverse correlation between the DXY and cryptocurrency. And it's just playing out again here. Now, if this was the only reason of the crash, I don't think it would have been as bad for altcoins. Obviously, it would have been bad, but there's something else which has triggered further downside, triggered even more capitulation, more than expected. And that is the liquidations, okay? What happens is the market makers, the people running this market, the exchanges, they want to make money, okay? They want to capture liquidations. And this is essentially how crypto works time and time again. If there's a lot of liquidity at a certain level, if there's a lot of longs, a lot of liquidations at a certain level, they will try and bring the market down to catch everyone out. Okay, and that's what basically they've done. This is the biggest liquidation event in crypto history within a 24-hour period. That is more than the FTX crash and the COVID crash, both of which I experienced. So we need to not underestimate the scale of this dump, but obviously they've come for all the longs and the market has completely been flushed out and there's been a complete and utter reset hit on the market. Now, this video, we will look at some charts, but it's primarily going to be psychological based, sentiment based. And what happens in a market when you see this type of crash, when you see a crash of this scale, when you see Ethereum down 15%, and it was down even more than that, what happens in a market? Well, the sentiment is reset. Fear comes back into the market. People get exhausted. And I'm going to argue that this event, this crash, is a massive bear trap. Okay, and this looks exactly to me how this cycle is. I'm not going to argue that it's this bit here, because I don't think we've truly reached peak euphoria in the market. There's been a few euphoric events, but true euphoria would mean basically every Tom, Dick, and Harry is making money. Okay, every coin is up. And whilst we've had, you know, some coins do really well, we haven't really had that trickle down to the lower caps. And usually when you reach the euphoria, you're seeing many low caps pump. And right now, this kind of recent move with altcoins to the upside was primarily led by the big boys, okay? The XRPs, the Solanas, the Suis, and whatnot, right? It wasn't really led by the mid caps or the low caps, okay? If you look at coins like Casper, they've been very stagnant. You look at coins like Tau, they haven't really been in a parabolic stage yet, okay? They've been strong, but they haven't been in a parabolic stage. And for me, that has to happen in order for us to have a true top, okay? So yes, can the top be in? Obviously, there's a chance. There's a chance of anything. But I would say that the odds are against that being the reality, okay? So I'm arguing that the position we're in right now with the market, is the big bear trap. You have a big liquidation event, everyone panics, people think the market's over, and you have that reset of sentiment. And the people running these markets, they love to study psychology. I mean, trading and investing is probably more psychology than it is mathematics, okay? And the reality is these people running the markets, they want to reset it. They want to flush everyone out, flush the sentiment, get everyone bearish, because then there's more room for upside. If everyone becomes bearish, there's way more room for upside. If everyone's bullish, I mean, how much higher can the bubble get? You know, how much bigger can the bubble expand if everyone's bullish? Maybe another week, maybe another few weeks. But if everyone's bearish, you know, you have this pump here. Some people here are still bearish. Then you continue. There's still some bearish people left in the market here. And then you continue. And this is why everyone starts to get bullish, is where the euphoria happens. So I'm in agreement with Jake here that this is a bear trap and it's one of the most vicious in history. So I announced to my VIP group yesterday a very risky move, you could say, ballsy move. I announced that I am selling the vast majority of my alternative investment portfolio, which is really just Tesla stock, which I accumulated at the bottom. I'm selling that for altcoins, and I'm prepared to take the risk, okay? Because to me, this is an opportunity of a lifetime that I didn't think we would get this year, okay? I thought pretty much as soon as we hit February, it's going to be mostly up. And that's just completely took us all off guard, right? It's been the opposite of that. February has been the complete opposite to what 99% of people believed it would be. So I've got fresh liquidity here to buy the dips, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I have been doing as well. If you look at this screen here, I have bought multiple times over in my VIP group, multiple altcoins. I stacked a brand new low cap as well. Okay, low cap gaming coin I just stacked in the group that I think could do very, very well. Maybe even could do a 50 to 100x. It's gone down so much. So I think we caught the bottom on that. And I think we've caught the bottom, or very close to the bottom, on many other altcoins. Okay, so, and I bought a new meme coin. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what that meme coin is. I'm not going to tell you what the gaming coin is. That's going to be exclusive for the VIP members. Okay, so if you are interested in the VIP, it's in the description. It's not the appropriate time to talk about it too much, but we are having calls and, talking about the markets, even during the crash. I was on a call last night. And, most of the mood was relatively upbeat. Most people know what is happening, and they're not concerned. So the meme that I just accumulated in the group was Popcat. And I know this kind of looks crazy accumulating this right now, considering that it's dumped so much, but I was never a huge fan of Popcat, and I never bought it previously. But when I'm looking at Popcat down 90% on the chart, one of the strongest memes of this cycle, to me, it just seems obvious as a buy. Now, sure, could it just completely rug and go to zero? Yes. But that's why you throw in money that you're willing to lose. And Popcat, the community is incredibly strong. It's on massive exchanges. And I think it's reached a capitulation event where really it's only up from here. And if you look at the chart, the all-time high of Popcat is $2. It's now at 21 cents. It's almost a 10x on your money, just to all-time highs. 10 times on your money. Another similar one would be Whiff, okay? One of the other strongest memes of this cycle. All-time high, $4.85. It's currently sat below $5. You're talking a 5x on your money on Whiff to all-time highs. And it could go way higher than all-time highs in the bull market, okay? So there's some great opportunities in the market on the higher risk side with meme coins, but there's also some great opportunities in the market with blue chips, the likes of Sui. That came down to a really nice level. Tau came down a lot. If we take a look at the Tau chart, Tau came down all the way to $248 during that dump. Massive dump on Tau. My first buy on Tau, or my lowest buy on Tau, was $198. It didn't get that far away from that, guys. $248. So great opportunity on Tau, and it's already starting to see a bounce here. What else have we got? We got Say a perfect buy for me. Buying this thing at 1 billion in market cap. This could easily pull a 15x and go to 15 billion from here. Arweave looking like a great buy as well. It's crashed insanely here. Arweave, really, really nice buy on Arweave. IO.net had a great dump earlier on in the week. Now it's not dumping as hard, but IO.net is a great buy. Peak, another great buy. And Casper, I want to talk about Casper a little bit here. Finally, it broke below the 10-cent region, came down to 7 cents. So I don't think that'll be long lasting. I think Casper will recover back above 10 cents. So count yourself lucky if you're ever buying Casper below 10 cents, because that's an incredible buy on an incredible project. Okay, and then if we look at Render has come down astronomically too. I mean, Render was at $10, above $10, literally not that long ago at all. I mean, it was at $9, $8 just a couple weeks ago. I mean, this is really being brutal for Render and many, many other blue chips. So count yourself very, very lucky you're able to buy these coins right now. Because if the Fed resumes QE and the money printers start going on, it's not going to take long before some of these coins are straight back to all-time highs. It could genuinely happen in the same time that it took to crash. Okay, it took these coins maybe a month to crash from their highs. It could take them a month to go straight back to it. And then if they continue for another 3 or 4 months after that, you're talking major gains, even if you are buying the tops. So we've looked at some of the blue chips, the Renders, the Caspers, the Taus, etc. If we're looking at some of the higher risk coins that I like, these have come down an awful lot as well. I mean, some of these are just ridiculous. Like Heroes of Mavia, a coin which I'm still bullish on in terms of the fundamentals, is just absolutely decimated at 32 cents. All-time high of $10.71. Let's just work out how much you're going to make on Mavia if you're buying it right now. So just for Mavia to go to all-time highs from this current price, it's a 33.4x on your money. Let's say you throw $1,000 into Mavia. Your $1,000 will be $33,468 just to all-time highs, okay? Just to the levels that it was at back in February last year. Imagine we have a crazy bull run, gaming comes back. This thing could probably pull 100x, which is just 3 times its all-time high. I mean, guys, there's some insane buys in the market right now. You've got the likes of memes like NPC, Ponky, absolutely obliterated. SPX 6900 went to a really nice buy level too. If there's one meme I'm probably going to buy in the market right now, it would be this. SPX 6900 came all the way down to 66 cents. Clear liquidation crash, okay? The reason why it's so obvious that this crash is heavily influenced by liquidations is because it didn't really stop at any particular level. Usually when you see an organic dip, the market stops at fib levels, at support levels. A lot of these coins just went straight below their support. Casper being a perfect example, and SPX being another example. But it has reclaimed now 80 cents, which I believe is around the golden pocket region where I picked it up, which I believe is around, or thereabouts, the golden pocket region where I picked it up a few weeks ago, you know, around the 89-cent region. So I think this is a strong buy right now in the meme section. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at the markets in a few months' time and this one is up a ton. So overall, this has been brutal to say the least, but it is what it is. We can't really change the past. We might as well just focus on the future. You know, if you believe it is all over, if you believe the bull market's done and we're entering a bear market now, fine. You know, you don't have to invest. Don't do anything. But if you're like me and you believe we haven't reached that parabolic euphoric stage of the cycle yet where everyone's making money, you know, everyone's families calling them, friends calling them about crypto, then this presents a really, really nice buying opportunity that we may never, ever get again this cycle. And I don't think we will. So my aim here is to deploy as much capital as I can in the next week so that weeks and weeks later, I'm not really having to buy as much. So if you're interested in a group that sends out buy alerts, sends out sell alerts. We join voice chats. We talk about the markets. Check it out right now. There's a link in the description. I'm going to be buying like a maniac in the next few days. I already have been buying, and I'm going to continue doing it so that I don't have to buy when everything's pumping, okay? Because when everything's pumping, yeah, I'll be taking little trades here and there, but I don't want to be deploying as much capital as I'm going to be doing right now. So come join us if you want. Discord is very, very active. Like I said, I've dropped a lot of buy alerts already. We're entering voice chat calls. I dropped a video reviewing people's portfolios just yesterday, well, the day before. Guys, you don't want to miss out. This group is going to help you a lot. Times like right now, when the market's dumping, you don't know what to buy, you need to talk to someone. This is the perfect place for you. People are in voice chats, and we're discussing the markets in depth. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. If you're holding in the market right now, if you're staying strong, you are going to be one of the ones that gets rewarded in the long run. If you're capitulating, if you're panicking, if you're selling everything, I'm sorry, but if everything pumps crazy in the future, you deserve to miss out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.